Welcome to the Global WarWatch Network. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really devastating event out of eastern Iraq, a catastrophic fire at a shopping center that had just opened its doors. Our goal here is to really unpack what happened, get beyond those initial headlines using our sources. We want to understand the immediate human cost and, crucially, look at the underlying systemic issues that allow tragedies like this.
Yeah, it's quite striking, isn't it, how one single incident can really illuminate these much larger ongoing challenges. We'll be trying to connect the dots, between this specific disaster and the wider context, things like building safety standards, oversight, accountability, or the lack thereof sometimes. The idea is for you, the listener, to get a really full picture, not just what happened, but the deeper why these things seem to repeat.
Okay, so let's jump right in then. The immediate facts. Thursday, July 17th, 2025. The Cornesh Hypermarket Mall in Wasit province, a new shopping center, brand new, open maybe a week, and it's engulfed in flames. Yeah. And the result was just a staggering loss of life.
The numbers are incredibly stark.
Yeah.
Sources are confirming more than 60 people killed. That includes women and children.
Awful.
The Iraqi Interior Ministry actually specified 61 deaths, mostly, they say, from suffocation. And they mentioned 14 bodies were so badly burned they still haven't been identified.
Wow.
Civil defense teams, they did manage to rescue over 45 people, which is something. But the state news agency reported others were still missing. It immediately makes you ask, how can a facility that's basically brand new lead to this? So many deaths so quickly.
It's hard to wrap your head around. And that human element, it's just gut-wrenching. One of our sources shares this testimony from Abdul Reda Thahab, a 60-year-old resident there in Kut. He talked about his friend and neighbor's family lived right next door, a family of 6. Husband, wife, 2 daughters, 2 young children all perished in the fire. It just hammers home that behind these numbers, these statistics, there's just unimaginable personal loss. Okay, so the official cause is still under investigation, right? But very quickly, officials, residents, they started pointing fingers, pointing towards an alleged profound lack of fire safety measures. Given how new this mall was, what does that tell us? What does it mean for safety in these kinds of new developments?
Well, tragically, this isn't really an isolated incident in Iraq. That's the whying part. When you look at the bigger picture, you see this recurring pattern. Horrific fires linked directly to poor building standards, lax enforcement.
Right.
Our sources specifically flagged 2 recent examples, which are just chillingly similar in some ways. Remember the Nasiriyah hospital fire? July 2021.
I do, yeah, that was terrible.
Between 60 and 92 people died there. And the fire was fueled by that highly flammable, cheap sandwich panel cladding, the metal skin with the combustible foam inside.
Like the stuff that's actually illegal there.
Exactly. Yeah. Illegal because it's such a fire risk, yet it was used. And then 2023, the Hamdaniya wedding hall fire. Over 100 people killed.
Oh, God.
That time, ceiling panels ignited from a pyrotechnic machine used during the celebration. Again, flammable materials in a crowded space.
So these same core issues, flammable materials, lack of safety features, keep coming up. What were the specific allegations this time? At the Cornesh Hypermarket Mall, residents like Abdul Reda Thahab, the man who lost his neighbors, and another, Imad al-Qureshi. They paint a really grim picture. Reports of no emergency exits.
No exits in a
mall, apparently. And no fire extinguishers. Not enough fire trucks showing up quickly. It even sounds like neighbors, just regular people, had to jump in and help firefighters battle the blaze.
Which leads to the critical question, doesn't it? Why? Why does this keep happening? If these risks are known, if there have been previous disasters, why do these patterns persist? The provincial governor, Mohammed Amiyahi, he was quite direct. He alleged the building owner had not implemented the necessary fire safety measures when he converted it into a shopping center.
Converted it. So maybe it wasn't built as a mall originally.
That's implied, yeah. But the point stands, the safety measures weren't there for its current use. And that just screams systemic failure, right? Somewhere in the oversight, the permits, the inspections, something failed. It's a theme we see again and again.
Okay, so in the immediate aftermath, what's the official response been like? Governor Omiyahi declared 3 days of mourning. That was expected. He also confirmed legal cases are filed against both the building owner and the shopping center owner.
Though no specific charges mentioned yet.
Right, not yet detailed. But he made a strong public statement vowing they wouldn't be lenient with anyone responsible, directly or indirectly.
And it's interesting, the Prime Minister, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, also got involved quickly, visited the site, told the Interior Minister to investigate, and crucially, to implement measures to stop this happening again.
Okay, so high-level attention.
Yes, but the governor also noted something important. As of that report, no government official had resigned or been dismissed. They're waiting for the investigation results, supposedly due within 48 hours.
Which brings us to a really significant point for you, the listener, to think about. You have this immediate official action, investigations launched. But the public mood, captured by that quote from Imad al-Quraishi, the man at his relative's funeral, it's raw.
Yeah, what did he say again?
He said, no emergency exits, no fire extinguisher, no care, nothing. If the authorities in the area have any honor, they will submit their resignation today.
Wow, that's powerful.
It really is. It's a call that goes way beyond just investigations. It's demanding real accountability, real responsibility, maybe even systemic change. So, pulling back a bit, what does this terrible event really tell us? Especially about, rapid development in places trying to move forward. This deep dive, it's not just about one fire, is it?
No, not at all.
It tragically underscores how, when that push for economic growth, for new buildings, outpaces putting in place and enforcing robust safety rules, the human cost can just be unbearable. It leaves us with a really provocative thought, something for you to chew on. What are the true costs, the often hidden costs of development when known hazards like inadequate building standards, flammable materials, lack of exits, when accountability for these things is repeatedly missed or ignored?
Yeah, it really forces us all to ask, how can communities, how can authorities finally break these devastating cycles? How do we make sure that progress, that new infrastructure, doesn't keep coming at the expense of people's lives and safety, especially when the warnings, the patterns are just so tragically clear?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive. If you found this discussion insightful, please do like, share, and subscribe to the Global WarWatch Network. We genuinely want to hear your thoughts on this, so please put them in the comments section below. And don't forget, you can also join us on social media. All the links you need are right there in the description. Thanks for listening.